Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Tammy and this is the tamarind long reset method. In this video, I am reviewing two food subscription services. The first one is HelloFresh and the second is Green Chef. Both of these subscriptions were on offer when I signed up. They were offering a substantial discount, I think it was even 50% discount for at least one of them, and free shipping. In the first part of this video, I am unboxing first the HelloFresh order and then preparing all of the meals, and then I am unboxing the Green Chef order and preparing all of those meals. For my honest review, please watch through till the end of the video. Let's get started. HelloFresh is here. Let's open the box and see what's inside. Meal 1, oven baked glazed paprika chicken. Meal 2, 1 pan hoisin beef and pork udon. Meal 1's ingredients. Meal 2's ingredients. Meal 3's ingredients. Chilled goods. So inside we have got pork sausages, beef and pork mince, chicken breast, the garlic. I already have 3 garlics. Now we have a 4th garlic. And it was just ice packs left over in this plastic sleeve. Oh, there's no cardboard for meal 3. Maybe meal 3 is really easy. And then, congrats, free boxes. Okay, my bad, I found meal 3. So the third meal is sausage with apple and root veg tray bake. So I think tonight we will be making the chicken. Let's get cooking. With this recipe, we are also putting in 1 clove of garlic. I am starting with preheating the oven and then also marinating the chicken, and I need to peel and grate the garlic for marinating the chicken. Preheating the oven. It says 220. I think that's 220-ish. Peeling the garlic. One clove of garlic peeled. Now we're adding in the smoked paprika. And from my pantry cupboard, 1 tablespoon of olive oil. We're combining this, salt and pepper, and now to get the chicken marinating. That's step 2 complete. The chicken is marinating, and now we are moving back to step 1. I'm going to peel and thinly slice this onion. I got this glass spray bottle on Amazon for the olive oil. Just preheating the oil in the pan so that I can fry up those onions. Here I've got the courgettes and the pepper diced up. Once the onions are cooked, we need to mix in this Mexican style spice and then move this over into a pot with a lid, because we're actually going to cook the rice with the onions. And I didn't see that. I've poured in 300 ml of water, and I am about to add the chicken stock in here and the basmati rice so long. And then once those onions are cooked, I still need to put the spice in. I'll just add them to this pot and put this pot on the heat. This is the rice, chicken stock, onions, water and Mexican style spice. We need to cook the chicken for 5 minutes. Bringing the rice to a boil, then I'll put the lid on and turn the heat down so it can simmer for 10 minutes, and then we turn it off for 10 minutes. And we'll get the chicken started here. This is making way more smoke than I'd like it to, nonetheless. Turning the chicken over, just spritzing with olive oil. I have seasoned with salt and pepper, and I am just stirring it around to get it fully coated. Now I am putting the chicken on, and this will go in the oven. At the very last moment, I remembered the rice and it had only just started to burn. So I'm just going to stir through the sun-dried tomato paste. I have just taken this out the oven. Rice is ready and this is perfectly cooked. I've checked the chicken. I am now going to pour this glaze on and let it rest for 5 minutes. It looks like the picture, that's for sure. The finishing touch was to put a little bit of mayonnaise on, and this is 2 full portions for 2 adults. I have just finished eating this oven baked paprika chicken. It was delicious. It did say 30 to 35 minutes to prepare it. It took me a lot longer because I just wasn't sure and I kept rereading. But I think that if I had to get this a second time in a HelloFresh box, that it would be the proper 30 to 35 minutes. I think it would be a lot easier the second time around. Another thing that I was very concerned about was the portion sizes and if it would be enough for myself and Paul, my husband, and the portions were fantastic as well. It is 2 days later and I am about to make meal 2. 1 pan hoisin beef and pork udon. Let's see what's in the bag. Get started. I've chopped up the broccoli and the carrots and grated the garlic like they said, and I made it a lot smaller than they recommended because I don't like chunky veggies. The next step is for me to stir fry in a pan for 2 to 3 minutes, then cover with a lid until they're tender. But my frying pan doesn't have a lid, so I am putting it into this pot and I'll get started on getting the mince going while that is going as well. I've got the extractor on, and the next step was for me to drain the excess oil out, so I just used a kitchen towel. So the mince is browned and the veggies are steaming. We add in the garlic and cook for a minute. Those are just the leftover little bits from the broccoli. And now we add in the hoisin. And this ketchup. 50 ml of water. We cook this until the sauce has slightly thickened. This has such a wonderful fragrance. It smells so good. The sauce has thickened, so now we add in the udon noodles and the steamed veg. I hope the veg are steamed. Udon noodles. These udon noodles are so hard and dry. Pity about these noodle chunks. That really sucks. Dinner is served. That's my portion. This is my husband's portion. It looks and it smells good. And then because I wasn't sure about the quantity, I had some frozen naan bread in the freezer and we'll be having that with it. Quick taste test with a little bit of everything on it. It's good. The sausage, apple and root veg tray bake for lunch today. It's Sunday. Let's open this up and see what's inside. This was separate in the box. Inside this bag there are 1 and a piece of carrot that have definitely seen better days. I mean, look at that. Anyway, I'm sure it's still edible. We have got a few potatoes, 1 apple, 1 red onion, and then the red wine juice concentrate. It says that I don't need to peel the carrot, but the carrot's kind of icky, so I'm just going to do this step now. Veggies chopped up, potatoes done. I'm going to boil the kettle to get the potatoes going, and the oven is preheating. I am going to place those in this baking dish and cover with olive oil, toss around and put in the oven. Potatoes are on for boiling and the veggies and the sausages are in. Now we're going to make the sauce. So I need 200 ml of water in there, and then I'm going to add this in and bring all of this to the boil. It's so thick. It's really difficult to get out of this packet. Potatoes are mashed and the juice is juicy, nice and thick. I'm going to turn the heat off here. This took a while to thicken. It smells good. Those are coming along. The 2 portions. It's Monday and it's just after 1 p.m. I've come back from my daily walk and the Green Chef delivery was waiting for me when I got home. I am excited to see what's inside, so let me get some scissors. This looks like some baby spinach. We have meal number 1, meal number 24, dog food voucher, first box free for friends, meal number 15, and the cold stuff. Great. That was an extra that I ordered. This is cauliflower rice. I haven't prepared tofu before, so I thought having a recipe instruction with all the ingredients on hand would be a really good way to get started. Creme fraiche, more creme fraiche, chicken, basil pesto, chicken thigh this time, another garlic to add to my collection, and very similar again to the way HelloFresh presents their meals. So we've got pesto baked chicken thighs, that looks beautiful. We've got korma inspired chicken thigh curry, and sesame coated tofu. So the korma inspired chicken thigh curry has got some almonds, some chicken stock paste, some korma curry paste, some chicken thighs, that's 360 grams, and some cauliflower rice. This seems to me the easiest thing to freeze because, again, I expected this yesterday, and Paul and I are actually going away for a little getaway to Swansea on Wednesday morning. So it's Monday today. I'm going to prepare one of these. Anyway, so this is the first meal. I'm going to put this into the freezer, and it has just occurred to me that the spinach and the creme fraiche also go with this meal. So I am just going to do step 1, step 2, step 3, and step 4 so long. And once that curry is cooked, I'm going to freeze that. The cauliflower rice is already in the freezer, and then the toasted almonds and the chicken stock paste go with the cauliflower rice. Busy browning the chicken. The chicken is now browned, and I reread it. Not only do I need to put in the korma spice, but I also need to put in the chicken broth and 75 ml of water. Says I need to bring this sauce to the boil and then let it simmer for 2 to 3 minutes and then add the creme fraiche. This is looking so beautiful. I'm turning the heat off. I'm just gonna let it cool for a little bit before I put it into a glass container to store until Paul and I are back from our trip. It smells good. I'll prepare the cauliflower rice when we get back. Here's the chicken korma cooling in a dish to go in the freezer. It is a new week, and I have defrosted this chicken korma, and I've taken the cauliflower rice out of the freezer. It's still a bit frozen, and I'm about to heat this up, fry this up with a little bit of garlic and olive oil. And to top the curry up, I also bought some naan bread from Tesco's. Moving on to our pesto baked chicken thighs with creamy lentils and tender stem broccoli. We've got chicken, mixed herbs, broccoli, creme fraiche, lentils, basil pesto, and chicken broth paste. And I almost forgot the courgette. I just had a brainwave. Putting it on the grill would not have worked because I'm pretty sure that when this pesto heats up, it's just going to slide off the chicken. I've drained and rinsed the lentils, and I've got the veg all chopped up, and I've got the chicken in the oven, and now to get on to frying it up. So instead of the chicken thighs, we are having chicken breasts. These are the 2 portions. Chopped, chopped, chopped. Here's half the lime juice. Chopped and chopped. Ta-da! Supper is served. There was double the amount of sesame seeds, so I just put some on top as well. This is the chicken korma with cauliflower rice, the 2 portions. I must say the portions are a bit small, and it's a good thing I got the naan bread to go with it. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. It is now time for the review part of this video. The first thing that I would like to review is the website usability for HelloFresh and Green Chef. Now, when I placed my order for HelloFresh, it was with the discount voucher and the free shipping. And the way that I understood the website to work was you sign up and you get to choose what meals you'd like in your box for that week. I signed up, and when I wanted to go to choose what meals I wanted to be delivered that week, unfortunately the entire website froze. I was unable to see any further options, I was unable to change my shipping date, and I was unable to change any of the meals inside of the box. My initial response was that because this was a discounted first box with free shipping, maybe, just maybe, they didn't allow you to chop and change because of costs, and I understood. So I let the subscription run over into the second week, and unfortunately, even with my second week, I was unable to choose the meals. The website froze, so usability for the website is all the way down at the bottom. I'm giving it a full 0. There was an option for me to send feedback to the website host, so I did send feedback that it wasn't working. I did not get a response from that, but on the upside, it was very easy for me to then cancel my subscription. The website worked just fine then. For the Green Chef website, the usability is wonderful, and again, it was a discounted first box with free shipping, and I was able to choose the meals, which was lovely, and I was also able to choose the date that I wanted the items to be delivered. This brings me to my next point, which is the delivery. With Green Chef, there was an option for the items to be delivered on any day of the week, and I chose for them to be delivered on a Sunday. The reason was Paul and I had scheduled a trip out of town for Wednesday, and I wanted to do 3 meals, Sunday, Monday and Tuesday evening, using Green Chef. The box was only delivered on the Monday, which is fine. I prepared 2 meals and froze the chicken korma. You saw me freeze the chicken korma. But I did find it frustrating that they offered to deliver it on a Sunday and then it did not get delivered on a Sunday. However, the HelloFresh order, that came exactly when I expected it to come, which is amazing. The only thing is, I did notice that the delivery service had left the box on its side when it is a very clearly labeled box, and it very clearly says food on it. I just thought it was a bit tacky that it was not delivered properly, but that is not HelloFresh's problem. So we have covered website usability and delivery. Next, variety and ease of making the meals. HelloFresh, I by far preferred the menu and variety that HelloFresh offered. Not that I was able to select any of them, but if you go onto their website and you do not log in, you are then able to see all of the recipes and menu items that they are providing. I'd seen quite a few that I really wanted to try, and I was disappointed that I was not able to select what I wanted. With the Green Chef website, again, their website works perfectly and they have a massive variety of foods, but the foods that they were offering were not quite what I wanted, and I found it quite difficult to select my top 3 for the first Green Chef box. None of them were really appealing to me. Although they were good, not as good as HelloFresh, in my opinion. What did I like about these food subscription services? These were 6 different meals that I have never prepared before, so it introduced me to new flavors, new combinations, and new methods of preparing meals, which I really enjoyed. I specifically absolutely loved the rice with this paprika glazed chicken, And this whole situation here with the ketchup, please excuse me if I'm saying it wrong, and the hoisin sauce and udon noodles, I've never prepared that before, and that was just delicious. I've also never prepared tofu before, so this was a great recipe to learn. Sesame coated tofu and making lentils with creme fraiche. Who knew? I think it's fantastic. I also love that there are all of these recipe cards. You can see I've punched holes in all of them. I made a mistake on those ones. They've got extra holes. And I love that I get to keep these. I've put them in a file with all of my other home documents just for reference. And in the future I would like to come back to make them again. So that was the fun part about it. Another comparison is that both of the boxes were presented in the same way. A brown paper bag for each of the meals, and the cold fridge section were in sealed envelopes, plastic sealed envelopes that you just open and refrigerate straight after opening. Both of the boxes got vouchers that I could give to my friends, and both of the boxes also provided a discount and free shipping when you signed up. Were the meals easy to make? Yes, the meals were very easy to make. The instructions are very clear. The portions are pre-packaged for you. You really can't go wrong. The only times I did go wrong was when I did not read the recipes. So I just recommend, if you're going to be trying food subscription services, just read all of the steps first, slowly and properly, and then prepare the meals. Would I subscribe to HelloFresh or Green Chef again? I don't think that I'd subscribe to Green Chef again, just because their meal selection didn't appeal to me as much as HelloFresh. And with regards to HelloFresh, I think that in the future I might. The thing is that they are very expensive if you are considering that it's only making 2 portions. And while it is worth it if I was extremely busy and just didn't have time to prepare food, but I do work from home and I can casually prepare meals throughout the day slowly, chopping here, frying there, so it's not practical for me to do this. However, in the future, possibly when I have children, I think that this would be a very convenient way to get variety into my diet, and also just to make cooking and the pressure of thinking of what to eat more doable. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please do like, comment, or even better, subscribe. I'd love to hear if you've tried any of the food subscriptions, or if you have any recommendations for something else that I could try. Until my next video, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye!